Hello and welcome back to Random Vids. Today, I'm going to be doing the top 10 best Mario Kart 8 Deluxe tracks. We done Nitro, we done Retro, but something we haven't done yet is the DLC tracks. Like the other two videos, this is the Deluxe version. This is not the Wii U version, this is the Deluxe version because I just find it better and it just works better. So, without further ado, let's get on with the countdown at number 10. So here at number 10 is Rainbow Road. So all three Rainbow Roads made it on the list. Of course, this one has to make it on the list. This is the good old SNES Rainbow Road, the very first Rainbow Road ever created, and the one that has been remade the most out of any Mario Kart track. This has been in the very original game. This was in Mario Kart Super Circuit, Mario Kart 7, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, and even Mario Kart Tour. So it's been remade 6 times, I think, now at this point. That is a lot of times. Or it's been in 6 Mario games. That is a lot of times. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is definitely my favorite version of this track. A lot of people don't really like this track and how, I guess, boring it is. A lot of people didn't like the original because of how, I guess, small it was. This version, though, they definitely fixed that. I mean, you can still fall off like what I did here, but it's not quite as easy to fall off, if you know what I mean. And the background just looks awesome. Like I said last time, I really like Rainbow Road tracks that aren't in outer space and is just more, I guess, in the sky. I think it actually makes the Rainbow Roads look really interesting and different, because most of them are just in outer space, which can get a little repetitive over times. But this one, no, it's right above the clouds. Or it's just in the sky. And this Rainbow Road, it's pretty fun, and I guess it'd make it on top 10 for me. Barely, because there is a lot of tracks that I really did want to add, but I'll talk about that later. So, yeah, let's move on. Number 9. So here at number 9 is Hyrule Circuit from The Legend of Zelda. Like I said before, it's really odd how just non-Mario Kart characters made it into Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. It's not really the best idea they've had, but whatever. I'll deal with it for one Mario Kart, but I don't want it to return in the next Mario Kart. So Hyrule Circuit, I mean, it's definitely better than most Mario circuits. And this is really pretty good track. It is a tad bit on the flat side, but you know what? That's okay. Flat tracks don't have to be all zany and wild and crazy for it to be a good track. It could be a little more flat like this one. And this one isn't my favorite track for sure, but I think it's a pretty good track. It's the only Legend of Zelda track in the deluxe port here, and I think it's a pretty good track. The coins have turned to rupees, and I mean, the track is very interesting and it is fun to drive on for sure. I don't know where I wanted to put this on the list though. I guess this would be number 9. So you know what, nothing much I really have to say about this track. It's a lot of fun. It's a track that I've always enjoyed. I still enjoy it. So, yeah. Let's move on to the next one. Number 8. So here at number 8 is good old Baby Park. I'm surprised this track actually returned in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. It was a very fun track in the original Mario Kart Double Dash game, and one of my favorites, as you might know if you watched that video. And I am really happy this track returned, because honestly, this track just got ruined in Mario Kart DS. I thought the remake was pretty bad. all it was just a circle full of nothing. It was pretty boring. But thank God this track returned again, and it got fixed, and I say it's even better than the Double Dash version. Because, well, the Double Dash version was good, but I like Mario Kart 8 better than Double Dash in the first place, and I just like this track a lot better. You're in anti-gravity the whole time. It's still pretty much just as wild as it was back then. The music is awesome. I think the music is better in this game than it was in the original. Not saying the music was bad or anything, but the music is definitely much better in this version than the original. And remember, the original had the roller coaster. Yeah, there's still a roller coaster, but there's a whole lot more now. And there's just, I don't know. What need I say about this track? It's a lot of fun. Definitely one of my favorite tracks. Yes, it's a circle, but I don't care. So, with that, let's move on with the list. Number 7. So here at number 7 is Super Bell Subway. Oh my. At first when I played this track, I thought it was just a okay type of track, but now that I play it more and more, the more I play it, the more fun it gets. I don't know what it is about this track. It's just a lot of fun. I think the music fits perfectly too. It's not the best music ever, but it fits, and I think it's really good. The track layout is really good. It almost kind of looks like a weird figure 8 with the top half kind of getting smushed up. I don't even know what that is, but I don't even know what's going on. But this track is, I mean, it's a lot of fun. What else need I really say about this track? I like the subways that are just driving along as you're just driving, I guess. So there's random logs or bumps, whatever you want to call them. I like the trains. I like this track. It's a lot of fun, and yeah, it's definitely one of my favorites. Definitely makes it on this list for sure. So, I mean, I don't really have words for this track. It's a lot of fun. The music is great. So let's move on. Number 6. So here at number 6 is good old Neo Bowser City. Of course I had to add this track. This was one of my favorite tracks in Mario Kart 7. And shortly after I got Mario Kart 7, I got Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. And man, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe's version is really, really cool. Like, I really like the original track, but this track I think is even better. Now the song, if you hear it kind of from a distance, it sounds a lot like Mario Kart 7's version. But if you actually listen really closely, there is actually a little difference to the song. Like, it sounds, I don't know. There's definitely a little difference to the song. It's not like DK Jungle where it's just ported over. No, there's a little difference. But man, this track is awesome. Screw Bowser Castles. Just play this now instead. I'm just kidding. Bowser Castles are fun, but this is just a lot of fun. And as I said, it was one of my favorite Mario Kart 7 tracks, so I was really surprised and happy that they brought it back in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. One minor nitpick though, there's all these railings. All these railings are just railings, and before they used to be these really cool moving sign things. That's one minor nitpick, but other than that, this track is a lot of fun to play on. It has been, and it still is. Definitely, for sure, one of my favorite tracks. And the music is really good too. I didn't even talk about the music yet. The music is really good too. It's one of my favorite songs. So, nothing much I really have to say about this track. It's a lot of fun. Definitely one of my favorites. Number 5. So here at number 5 is Mute City. One word I have for this course is just wow. This course is just wow. Like that, it seriously is. I've never played F-Zero or any of those games, but man, this course honestly really just makes me want to play F-Zero now. Just because this track, it's so much fun to drive on. Granted, it is flat, but like I said before, tracks don't have to be crazy to be fun. Like this one I think is like, I don't know, better than most of those zany Bowser Castle tracks, or even Rainbow Road tracks as well. This course is just, I don't know how to describe it. It's so much fun to drive on. This one definitely makes it on the list. And the music is really, 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 really good too. I mean, it's not my favorite song, but man, it's definitely a really good piece. Definitely one of my favorite new songs. And just, not just new, but just one of my favorite songs. This is an awesome remake to the original song. What else need I really say about this track? It's really, really good, and definitely one of my favorite tracks. It's, nothing much I have to say, so with that, let's move on. Number 4. Before we start talking about this track, am I the only one who doesn't like those extra symbols that plays in whenever you're in first place? I don't know if I'm the only one or not. If you don't like it, let me know down in the comments. But I really it just ruins the song in my opinion, especially if it's a really good song. Anyway, let's talk about Wild Woods. Oh my goodness. This track is just fun. It is, like, I don't know, fun. It's just good. I like it a lot. You're driving up tree trunks through a log tunnel with water running out it in a strange Shy Guy village. Like, this track is just awesome. It honestly kind of reminds me a little bit of Maple Treeway from Mario Kart Wii. You know how much I like that stage. This is kind of the same thing where you're shrunk down and you're riding through or in tree trunks and all that stuff. And it's done perfectly, I think. I don't know which track is better, honestly. I would almost have to go with this one, I think. Both tracks being really good, and this music is really good too. It's very relaxing, and I don't really like relaxing music that much. It's just not my style. But when it comes to Mario Kart, for the most part, it doesn't fail me. It doesn't fail to get me to like it. It's a really good song, and definitely one of my favorite peaceful Mario Kart tunes. Nothing else I really have to say about this track. It's a lot of fun, and it's definitely one of my favorites. Number 3 is... Of course, Cheeseland had to be here on the list. For me, it's number 3. This was a track from Mario Kart Super Circuit. You know, that game that I never played. And man, this track is very different than the Game Boy Advance version. I know we had Mario Circuit Return in Mario Kart 8, and that was also a Game Boy Advance track, and it definitely did change. But this one doesn't even look like it comes from Game Boy Advance. Sometimes I even forget it was in that game, and I just feel like it's a completely new track that Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, I guess, brung into its pack. But wow, I am so happy they brung this track back. The Game Boy Advance has a total of 10 tracks that they remade, so only 10 more left, I guess. Because they made 4 in DS, 2 in Wii, 1 in 7, 1 in 8, and 2 in Deluxe, so that's 10. Man, though, this track is a lot of fun. Didn't you just ever wanted to drive on cheese one day? Yeah. I can't believe this is actually made into a track. And yeah, it kind of does look like a desert track, but don't think of it as it being a desert track. Think of it as just being cheese that you're riding around on. I love the chain chomps, the gliding sections, and just wow, this track is so much fun. I like the little cheese holes, and yeah, nothing much I really have to say about this track. Oh, the song. The song is really good too. It got improved, I think, from the original, and yeah, nothing much I really have to say about this track. It's a lot of fun, and definitely one of my favorite tracks that they brought back. Number 2. So here at number 2 is Ribbon Road. Yet again, another Game Boy Advance track that came back in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. And just like Cheeseland, this looks nothing like the original track. It looks like it's just a completely new track that they made in the game, and you probably wouldn't even know that it came from Mario Kart Super Circuit. Man, like Cheeseland, this track is definitely way better, and it looks like a completely new track, as I said. And wow, this track is just wow. I like Cheeseland a lot, but I think Ribbon Road is even better yet. I just enjoy driving on this one a little bit more than Cheeseland. I don't know what it is. I just like driving on Ribbon Road a little more than Cheeseland. Not saying Cheeseland's bad. I definitely do like driving on Cheeseland as well, but this one I just think is better. And the song is even better too. I think Cheeseland's song was good, but I think Ribbon Road's song is even better. And that's hard because Cheeseland had good music, but I think Ribbon Road's music is even better yet. It has definitely improved over the original. And not much I really have to say about this track. It's a lot of fun. It's nothing like the original track. Like, if you didn't know what tracks were in Mario Kart Super Circuit, you probably wouldn't even know this track came from that game. You just probably thought it was a completely new track. It's definitely a lot of fun, and it's definitely one of my favorites. I was really debating which track would be number 1 and which track would be number 2. I really wanted this one to be number 1, but I think there's a choice that's just a tad better. Just a tad. So let's move on. I'm sorry guys, I forgot to say number 1, so apparently number 1 and my personal favorite Mario Kart 8 Deluxe track is Big Blue. This is like Mute City, but better. Mute City was fun, but Mute City was only, I guess, a 3-lap course. This one is just one giant track, like Mount Wario for an example. This track is just awesome. I thought Mute City was fun. Man, I guess I just didn't try this track out yet. Mute City was fun to drive on, but this one is so much better in every way. I think the music is better, and not saying Mute City's music was bad, because it definitely wasn't. It was fun, but I think this music is even better yet. There's just something to this music that I like. It's a lot of fun to listen to, and heck, I'm already on 3rd lap already. This track is definitely my favorite Mario Kart 8 Deluxe track. And like I said, it came very close to Ribbon Road, but I just think this one is even better than Ribbon Road. Because Ribbon Road, I really got excited on trying, but this one I really was excited to try. And man, it was a treat. If I had to pick a few honorable mentions, I know I forget the honorable mentions all the time. There was many tracks I wanted to add. I really wanted to add tracks like Wario's Gold Mine, Ice Ice Outpost, Dragon Driftway. Those are the 3 probably honorable mentions. For the retro tracks, because I didn't say this, definitely tracks like Sherbetland or Wario Stadium, because I forgot about them. And with that, I hope you all enjoyed this list. We are not done with Mario Kart 8 Deluxe yet. We still have to talk about the music. So, well, this is the last track video, so I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.